Alright, welcome back, folks. I think we're getting back online here. So I had a bit of a hiccup there first thing this morning. Sorry for the late start here. I think we're good now. Hope everybody had a good week. It is Friday. Friday is fun day. And of course the start of our weekend. And what better way to start that than with a little bit of BotW action. Good stuff. Hey Tony, welcome, welcome. Good to see you today. Okay, my bad. I didn't actually mean to get that rolling here. I'm going to have to back out and reset if the game will let me. Stop talking for a second. That's going to take too long. I guess I'll just wait her out. Hey, Dee, welcome, welcome. How you doing today? Aria, what's up, what's up? It is afternoon, wowzers. See, that should signify I've been awake for a while. I have not been awake for a while. Yeah, feeling okay, Aria. Thanks for asking. Yeah, it was more of a technical thing this morning that delayed me here a little bit. I was actually debating, like, should I just cancel today? I was like, I'll give it one more try. And what do you know? Alright, guys, so yeah, memories. Should be fun. And my buttons are all over the place today. We're off to a great start. Yikes! And of course I've got the coffee already flowing. So delicious. I've got my dark chocolate, you know, just in case there's an emergency need for some breakfast. Hey Marigold, what's up? Hope all went well with your pup surgery there. I've been thinking about you. Alright guys, I'll give this about another minute, maybe two. Just checking stream health here. I also want to check one more thing on the tech side of things. Make sure we're not dropping frames. That is never fun. Zeros across the board. That is what I like to see. Good to know, Marigold. Good to know. Happy to hear. Alright, guys. Memories today. So yeah, probably not much bingo opportunities. Depending on how long this takes, you know, I may or may not go break off and do something fun on the back end. But we'll have to play that by ear. I don't remember the last time I just went through these, like all 13 straight up, and just watched all the cutscenes or whatever along the way. So I just don't know what to expect as far as time goes, but I do know commentary will probably be pretty minimal. Just because it'll be a lot of cutscene playing today. So just thought I should give you all a heads up on that. Feel free to still, you know, try the bingo thing, but you know, that way if we do something on the back end, maybe there's a better chance there. Hey Wanda, welcome. Yeah, those notifications, those pesky notifications. Alright guys, I will go ahead and get myself out of the way. And we'll get into some gameplay. Toodles. Alright. Should probably do like a... Wait a minute. Where's the master painter? I think I reloaded a save. Did I brain fart? No, I did not brain fart. Okay, good. Welcome back, folks. Level Up Royal here with you once again. And guys, we're back at Kakariko Village to watch all 12 plus 1 hidden bonus memory for a total of 13. But before I get into it, if you wouldn't mind taking a moment to like, share, subscribe, comment, I always appreciate that. Alright, so yeah, I kind of wanted the master painter to be out there, and I think that's because it's raining. I'm gonna reset that, or hopefully reset that. About to anger the locals here, and that's okay. It's for science. It's always for science. And that justifies everything. Alright, wow, I'm really behind the man bun power curve here in this village. I feel like I need to compensate for that for some reason. And Link just doesn't have it, like... That's not exactly a man bun, but at least it's dreads. My hair is cooler than yours. Alright guys, so the Master Painter, we've already done a little side quest here where we had to talk to him. He wanted to see the Great Fairy Fountain. Just to show you on the map real quick so that we're all caught up, Great Fairy Fountain is right up here. Just take this little walking path by the shrine, bada bing bada bing, take a photo, and the Master Painter will actually meet you right about here. And you'll show him that picture there, and that'll get you, caught up to where we are now. Another part of this is you're going to have to go out to Hauntno Village and get the Sheikah Slate fixed. And I've got a whole video on that. I'll be sure and leave a link in the description below, just in case you'd like to see how that works out. But once you've got all that squared away, folks, go ahead and talk to Impa one more time. That clears locked mementos. Booyah. Okay, a whole bunch of stuff is happening right now because I've done a lot since we've talked to Impa last, clearly. Alright, folks, and that will unlock our Captured Memories side quest. Bada bing, bada bang. Forgive me while I figure out how to play this game all over again. I don't know if the captured memories go here. I think they do. Okay, those are all recovered memories. And there's only 13, so there's a lot of cutscenes I haven't hit yet. Yeah, wow, just the 4 divine beasts. I got a lot of work to do here on memory stuff. Okay, if I'm counting this up right in my head, we're missing one, and I'm not quite sure what that one would be. I'll sort that out later. For now, I'll just go ahead and focus on what we can do on the Sheikah slate here. So guys, go ahead and bumper over to your album. You're going to see all these photographs that are lit up now. Actually, this should have happened right after you got to Hantano. But this is basically what she's sending us after, is we need to find the locations all these photographs were taken. Now, some of them are pretty close, some of them are a bit of a hike. But I'm just going to go in order here according to the Sheikah slate. So just like we're reading a book, because that's a logical flow that a lot of people follow, just because they're more or less in order this way. So I'm just going to go in that same order, and we will go from there. So speaking of that order, very first one, guys, Hyrule Castle. And thankfully, we can actually see this one more or less right here on the map. So to get there, I guess I'll go ahead and warp to the central tower here. Now, guys, you can get to these however you so desire. Only stylish, right? Hey, Purple Rain, welcome, welcome. And funny, as I welcome you in, it is raining in my game. So the funny thing is, I was trying to get a thumbnail desperately. I could not escape the rain. I passed time, I waited it out. I went off and ate a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I came back and it was still raining. I was like, okay. So I just accepted defeat and I took the picture indoors with Paya. Hence the reason Paya is now in my thumbnail. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and pin this out. Just so I don't get too shiny rocked. That should keep me on track a little bit better. And wow, what I wouldn't give for my DLC horse armor right now so I could just whistle my horsey. Miss! Haha! What I could do, if I even have any, I have one. One is better than none. But yeah, I might have to break off and go cook a couple of those. What I can't imagine is when Link is running that fast, how do his feet not catch on fire? The bunions have got to be out of control. Or blistered. Something. Something, I don't know. That is superhuman. The funny thing is, all those funny little, like, animations they have Link doing when he's just standing there doing nothing, you know, because you're busy doing something else. You know, he'll fall asleep, he'll nod off, he'll, you know, just stretch. They never show him taking off his shoes to, like, empty out the sand. Where did you go? He's not going to leave me alone, so I guess I'll just deal with this. Whoa, I missed. That was awesome. I missed twice. And I hate wasting ice arrows. There we go. Did he just drop a purple? He just dropped a purple. Alright, folks, so yeah, there's some goodies around here. I've already gotten them all, but I'll show you on the map kind of what's what. There's a Korok seed on top of a stone pillar. For you DLC users, you'll get, I think it's a phantom piece of armor for attack power up. Not bad. Not only that, you've got some just loose growing types goodies in here. I do believe there's a hardy radish or two. That's probably why I marked that way. Big hardy radish. Big bada boom. Alright, and then our memory is going to be right smack dab in the center of the fountain. And I'll be quiet during cutscene stuff.
Hero of Hyrule, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. You have shown unflinching bravery and skill in the face of darkness and adversity, and have proven yourself worthy of the blessings of the goddess Hylia. Whether skyward bound, adrift in time, or steeped in the glowing embers of twilight, the sacred blade is forever bound to the soul of the hero. We pray for your protection, and we hope that the two of you will grow stronger together as one. Forged in the long distant past.
Gee, this is uplifting. She's making it sound like we already lost.
Wasn't this your idea? You're the one who wanted to designate the appointed night with all the ceremonial pomp, grandeur, and nonsense we could muster. And if you ask me, the whole thing does seem to be overkill. I think I'm on the same page as the princess regarding this boy.
Oh, give it a rest. That boy is a living reminder of her own failures. Well, at least that's how the princess sees him.
Can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. Alright guys, there's number 1 out of the way. Let's go ahead and see what number 2 is. That's right, the good old dueling peaks. I pointed this out many moons ago. Actually, is that right? Yeah, those are in order. The whole movie roll messes me up on this thing for some reason. So yeah, I'll go ahead and go back to the good old Great Plateau. It is not far off from there. Matter of fact, it's you can't really see the land formation from the map, but this will get me close. It's right around this clearing somewhere. Hey Leah, welcome, welcome. Link is impervious to many human frailties. Exactly, Dee Dee. I wish I could eat a banana and just go, like, win an arm wrestling competition or something, but the human body doesn't exactly work the same. Alright, heading right toward my deal here. Hey, Silent Soliloquy, welcome, welcome. Is that a beetle? That's a beetle. No, it's not. It's a light spot on a tree. That's right, I forgot like how irritating the Yiga were later game. The relentless and never ending. Whoops. I just kind of wanted to get him dead quick. Not the most intelligent use of a savage Lionel Crusher, but it's whatever. Alright guys, so this is the lion formation I was looking for on the map. You just really can't see it on the map, but that gives you a real good local landmark as to where this memory is going to be located.
From here, we'll make our way to Goron City. Then, we'll need some adjustments on that divine beast so Daru can manage it as easily as possible. He's figured out how to get it to move. However, it's apparent that we still have much more to learn. But to think, that divine beast was actually built by people. That means we should be able to understand how it works and how to use it to our advantage. These divine beasts, so much we don't know. But if we want to turn back Calamity Ganon, they're our best hope. Tell me the truth. How proficient are you right now wielding that sword on your back? Legend says that an ancient voice resonates inside it. Can you hear it yet, hero?
Alright, good stuff. Okay, it's just give me a second here. I'm checking on our audio. I think we're okay. Alright, yeah, I kind of forgot how, like, confrontational and depressing even some of these can be. I mean, they're really well done, though. Like, they fit the storyline of the game, you know. It's just, wow. Like, it's been a while since I watched them, I guess, so I might cry a little. Well, I don't cry, you know. I might get something stuck in my eyes, but it's okay. We'll get through it. Where am I going here? Album, next on the hit list. Now, this one is way in the heck. How do you open that again? There you go. This one is going to be way the heck over here. Way on the left side of the map. There is a major test of strength shrine up here. Oh, I gotta get my bearings. That's what I'm looking for right there. So again, feel free how to get here however you so desire, but since I've already got a fast travel gate, I will go ahead and speed up that process just a bit. Hey, Sean RF, good to see you again. Happy Friday indeed. Thanks so much. Hope things are going good on your end. Alright, yeah, I don't know. Here we go, shiny rocking, you know, looking for Crocs and jeepers. It's like I need to hire somebody to sit here full time and keep me on track. Like, I'll give them a button to a shot collar, and then every time I start doing that, they can just bzzz, and then you'll see Link kind of, you know, do something funny. Alright, so anyway, right out from the shrine, guys, there should be a memory. Bada bing, bada bing.
nothing, just as I thought. It appears that this structure was designed to be exclusively accessed by the sword's chosen one. But designs can always be worked around, at least I hope. How do I get inside? I need to activate it somehow. I thought I made it clear that I'm not in need of an escort. It seems I'm the only one with a mind of my own. I, the person in question, am fine, regardless of the king's orders. Return to the castle and tell that to my father, please. And stop following me!
Alright, so I muted myself there so I could get into my dark chocolate and you guys wouldn't be able to hear the wrapper crinkling in the background. So good! And it's dark chocolate, see? It's healthy, there's antioxidants, so it's a perfect excuse anytime you just want chocolate. So yeah, Ari, I'm just reading your chat there. You had forgotten about the ancient voice that was... Yeah, I heard about that in some Reddits or something a long time ago. And then I just never heard it either. So I don't know if that was like something that was just rumored. You know, it's hard to know sometimes. Or maybe when it gleams, you know, and it makes that... It's not a buzzing sound, but it's like a... I wouldn't even know what to call that. Maybe that's what they're referring to, possibly? Maybe, sorta, kinda. Sean RF, I love it. Stay on target. Stay on target. I don't know if you've caught the Star Wars Outlaws videos yet, but honestly, this game that I'm doing right now on my lives, that Star Wars Outlaws, guys, I gotta tell you, it is so much fun just to watch it. Like, you know, we're sitting here watching cutscenes in Breath of the Wild. It's a night and day difference. Like, the Star Wars ones, it's almost as good as watching an A-rate movie or an A-rate TV show. It really is that good. Like, every time I go to do something on my live, you know, with respect to editing or something doing on the channel, I always get, like, sidetracked watching the cutscenes. I'm like, stop it! It's pretty crazy. But yeah, definitely worth a watch. So much fun. Like, it's legit. It really did a good job on the Star Wars deal. And sticking to, like, Star Wars lore, too. Like, yeah, they really did it right. So anyway, next on the hit list here, guys, is good old Kara Bazaar. Talk about out of the way. There's, like, no super quick way to get there. So I just kind of like to normally take the Wasteland Tower and just fly down. You might have to eat some stam in order to do that. Of course, option B is always grab a free sand seal from... outside of Gerudo Town here, and you can ride in that way. But I thought ahead, and I went ahead and put down travel gates so I could cheat a little. Yeah, Ari, I was just reading your chat about the guy with the Master Sword shows up, and she doesn't like, or he doesn't try to open the shrine with her holding the Sheikah slate. That's always made me wonder. Like, they could have gotten in there. Good stuff. Yeah, no doubt, Dee Dee. You're saying she's a rebellious teen? No doubt. Many of us who are parents can relate. Hey, Draven, what's up? Good to see you again. Hey Lily, welcome, welcome. Yep, happy Friday indeed. Thank you so much. Alright guys, so right out the bazaar here. I always have trouble finding this one. There we go. So it's not far off from where this barrel is. That's probably like the best of all the cutscenes as far as it's happy. Alright guys, next on the hit list here. Yeah, this one took some time to find, I am not gonna lie. I was running around these mountains forever! And I may not even pin the perfect location here, but I'm gonna try. I know the formation it looks like. But there's a couple of them that can pass for that, so I think it's this one. And I do know that there's a Korok seed right by there. But there's another one nearby that looks kind of like that it could also be down here. So it's one of these two guys, again. And it's probably this one, you know, because it's closer to, like, cooler climate. I don't remember being so close to the lava area. But yeah, we'll get up there and we'll figure it out. I don't know if there's any lost love between Link and the Yiga guy there area. Good question, though. Like, makes you wonder. Was that his first kill? Was that the first time he took a life? Or maybe he was just getting a little jealous. Alright. Wow, I gotta, like, go all the way up there. This one's out of the way vertically. But thankfully we have Rivali's Gale. Fire bats? What? Leave me alone! See if I can pull this off. Ooh, he almost tagged me with that one. I have a feeling I'm not going to make that. Come on, Link. Find just enough of your footing there. Awesome! Wow. I am not on vacation today. Okay, maybe this is not the one? Boo. Okay, so I guess it was that first one I pinned. I'll make real sure here before I move along. Speaking of Star Wars, move along. Move along. You don't need to see his identification. Move along. That's gonna be in my head all day now. Maybe I need to rewatch the old school Star Wars movies. It's probably been a couple of decades since I've seen any of them. Alright, I don't know where I'm going here. I guess just uphill, straight. I don't know if there was a quicker way to get to this. Probably not. Maybe sorta kinda here with a Rivali's, that might have been better. Who knows? I like how everything's asleep right now. Except for the Chews. And these guys are relentless! That's a Dragon Bone Moblin Club. Shiny! Nuts. Oh, it's like right on top of me here. I'm wondering like why my climbs are so difficult. I totally forgot I cashed in all that stamp for heart containers for Eventide. Jeepers. And wow, you can feel it. Like, I knew something was wrong. It took me a second to figure out what. Alright, there is our memory. But while I'm here, I'll go ahead and do this Karak seed. I just can't help myself. Really? Or is this a multiple rock Karak? Yes. That rhymed. It's a multiple rock Karak. Wow, Draven, that's an interesting idea. An option to join the Yiga clan. Yeah, they've got a lot of storyline to work with that. That is a really cool idea. I know, right, Dee Dee? No pressure on Zelda there. It's like, no wonder she's lashing out, right? No pressure. It's okay. Yeah, that vanishing ability. That would be cool. Yeah, I don't know. There is a lot there that they could do with Yiga stuff. That's interesting.
That cut doesn't look too bad, actually. You're fine for now. But you know, there's a fine line between courage and recklessness. As brave as you are, that does not make you immortal. It seems that not only is the frequency of these types of attacks on the rise, but the scale of beasts we are facing is intensifying as well. I fear that this is an omen which portends the return of Calamity Ganon. And, if that's the case, I'm ready to expect the worst. We'll need to make preparations as soon as possible.
So yeah, I was just reading that, Dee Dee, about, you know, the Vanish and the Yiga outfit in TOTK. That would have been a cool super suit set bonus, like invisibility, temporary invisibility. So like you could move around, you know, and the enemies wouldn't see you, like as if you vanished. That'd have been real swell. Yeah, I know, right, Dee Dee? And that's kind of weird, there being like a white-maned Lionel up here. That actually made me think, you know, there was one somewhere, and I remember spending some time running around these mountains trying to find it. Of course there isn't, so I never did. There's my tail. Alright guys, let's see what's up next. Ooh, yeah, this is a good one. This one is way over here, and there is a Lionel out in this area. Mr. Lionel's going to be way out here somewhere. Just a roaming around. But our memory, I believe, is this tree right here. If that's not it, that'll get me close. You know, it could be... Actually, no, I think that is it. I was gonna get the horse, but that feels like counterproductive effort there, so I'll just go this way and head right for the thing. Wow, I'm completely suited up for ancientry. Maybe I should put the right suit on for that. Ah, scratch that. Take advantage of the fact that it's nighttime here. And guys, there's a lot of goodies over here. This is one of those regions I really liked looting. It was a lot of fun. It was pretty. There was a lot here. A little bit spread out. But, I don't know. I just had a lot of fun doing just relaxing looting. A lot of seeds here. Whoa! Too close for comfort. Of course, I just can't help myself here. And of course the seeds, and of course the frogs. So many fun things. Alright, stop it. We're not here for any of this.
Rivali's tale is now ready.
Okay, so yeah, this is definitely the right tree. And I do believe there's a Korok seed here too while we're here. I'm going to go ahead and scoop that up. Nuts. Apparently this is not a covered tree. I mean, it was right here. You know, it's kind of hard not to get it. I don't need it. I don't want it. Wow, I am not going to catch a break today. Like, the game does not want me to get the memories in peace, apparently. Is there anyone else? Last call.
There's one. Oh, and another. The flowers we have in Hyrule aren't just beautiful. They are also quite useful as ingredients for a variety of things. This one here is called the Silent Princess. It's a rare, endangered species. Despite our efforts, we can't get them to grow domestically yet. The princess can only thrive out here, in the wild. All that we can hope is that the species will be strong enough to prosper on its own. Is that what I think it is? Look at this. I don't believe it, but I actually caught one. This delicacy is known to have very, very potent effects under the proper circumstances. Ta-da! Research from the castle shows ingesting one of these can actually augment certain abilities. We wouldn't be in a controlled environment out here, but with your level of physical fitness, you'd be a perfect candidate for the study. Go on. Taste it.
So I just picked up on something. Earlier in chat, we were talking about, you know, Zelda being kind of like the rebellious teen. And she just said, like a direct quote there, that the flower can only thrive out here in the wild. It does not do good in captivity. And there's a silent princess in Zelda's tower, you know, kind of insinuating a link between the flower and Princess Zelda herself. That she would thrive out here in the wild and not being held captive. So anyway, I don't know, just kind of made a connection there that I never have before. Thought that was kind of cool. Tears of the Kingdom option. Walk away from Zelda and yeah, a skipping option. I got you, Draven. That's funny, you know, I enjoyed the cutscenes, I enjoyed the dialogue and the NPC interactions, but normally only once or twice. Then I kind of get into a habit where I just want to skip that and play the game. Hence the reason I haven't seen these memories in so long. Like, I probably haven't seen them in years. Dee Dee, you said you took pictures of the un-Zelda in TOTK. It didn't change anything. That's interesting. I never would have thought to take a picture of her. Showing her off the booty memory. Yep, good stuff. Alright, what's next? Album. Ah, yes. Talk about your out-of-the-way memories. This one is nowhere convenient. I gotta get my bearings here. That's probably it. Actually, no, that's it right there. Because I remember already getting the Korok seed in an earlier video. Alright, I might take a quick 2, maybe 3 minute water break here. Actually, maybe I'll jump up and go do that while this is playing. Yeah, stand by. I'll get up there and get that rolling for y'all so we're not wasting a bunch of time here. And I'll mute my mic so you don't hear my microwave beeping at me angrily until I get my coffee out of it. You know, I was just thinking about that shock collar idea. If I ever get to the point I'll be selling merch, maybe I can, like, sell the control to the shock collar. And then y'all could zap me when I start getting off course. And, like, it would come up in chat somehow and say who, like, triggered the shock collar. Now, it's not a real shock collar. Shock collars aren't actually electrocuting anything, like... That's a big misconception, I guess. Like, it's basically like a little vibrating thing, like one of those joke handshake things. Like, it's a little buzzer. It vibrates real strong. So they call it shock, but it's not actually electricity. But I still think that would be fun. Anyway, I'll go ahead and mute myself and get this thing rolling. I will be back, hopefully by the time this thing is ending, give or take.
I doubt this will let up anytime soon. Your path seems to mirror your father's. You've dedicated yourself to becoming a knight as well. Your commitment to the training necessary to fulfill your goal is really quite admirable. I see now why you would be the chosen one. What if one day you realized that you just weren't meant to be a fighter? Yet the only thing people ever said was that you were born into a family of the royal guard, and so no matter what you thought, you had to become a knight. If that was the only thing you were ever told, I wonder then, would you have chosen a different path?
Alright, I know I knocked that. As soon as I sat down, like, my knee smacked the coffee table. I was like, now everything is out of alignment, so that's awesome. So guys, I hope you're enjoying it so far. If you wouldn't mind taking a moment to like, share, subscribe, comment, just as a friendly reminder, I always appreciate those things. Just going to take a quick minute here, kind of water the mouth here. I was getting a little bit dry. A little bit parched. Can't remember which memory that was. Of course, I wasn't here to see it. I was just reading your comment there, Arya. Wow, I really am not recalling the memory there. And that's okay, Wanda. Like, I think it would be funny if I did something and like 50 people all of a sudden, you know, pushed the button. That'd be a riot. Yeah, Marigold, that's true. They did carry that over from the Karaks with the little statues there. Arya, no, boy, no. I know, the shot color thing is probably a tragedy just waiting to happen. Fun in theory, but probably not very practical in practice. Alright guys, I will go ahead and get myself out of the way here one more time. Peace out, Home Scout. So, wow, we're moving right along here. Good old, oh yeah, Hyrule Castle, so that's a fun one. Right by Zelda's tower. Now this is visible from the map, but once we get in there, I don't think we can really see the pin anymore on a mini-map. It's its own map. So I'll show you on the actual map, like where it is, and then you'll just have to find out line of sight once you get over to the castle. Excuse me. So yeah, I've kind of got all that busy stuff in the way here. Zelda's room, it's marked. Zelda's study, it's marked. Now the study is actually the tower. So, again, it's not going to do me any good to pin this. But I'll show you how to get there once we get into the castle here. One thing I appreciated about TOTK was they gave us the 2 different map options. And that was a godsend. All right. So just to show you now on the map that they give us here, and of course I can't move a cursor around and show you exactly, but let's use that big red dot at the top. That's Ganon, or Calamity Ganon. Just to the left of that and slightly down is the Zelda's room and tower complex. So it's the uppermost structures that are highlit right now on this interior map. And I guess to get there, I'll just go ahead and go through and break out through the roof here. I think this is the library we're about to pop out into. Whoopsie. Whoa! These things are everywhere. Oh, wait a minute. I don't like to go this way. I like to go that way. Can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. I wonder where that comes from. I know they've used it as a reference in many more modern type movies and TV shows. But there had to be an original somewhere. Like, was the gingerbread man, like, really a criminal? Did Sherlock Holmes catch him? Like, I don't know. It had to have come from somewhere. It would be cool to see that in comments, actually. Like, if anybody knows that. Alright, guys. So you have your yellow marker on the right. We need to go to the left. And honestly, there's no, like, super quick way to go there. I guess I'll go out and around to the left. It's raining, so yeah, climbing isn't going to be the way to go right now. I really wish we had a better map here. Matter of fact... just in case there is a bunch of climbing involved. Oh, I don't have the stam. I might be revolleying this all the way up. Come on, Link. One more, baby. Alright. So satisfying. Oh, nuts! Well, it's fun while it lasted. Did I miss that? Okay. Hey Atlantis, welcome, welcome. I know, Ari, I just read that. I didn't... yeah, I'm not a masochist by any means. Again, it's a fun toy type thing. It's not... It's not like... It's not actually grueling or torture or anything like that. It's fun. It tickles, you know, it's not a bad thing. I probably should have clarified that in the beginning. It's a child toy. I'll put it that way. Alright guys, lots and lots of Guardian trouble here. I'm just going to ignore all that. And as long as you stay on the move, you know, they should miss you. And then yeah, we've got stairs we can actually walk up to get up there, or you can just make the climb. And of course it's raining in my game, so I guess I'm taking the stairs. To a degree. We have to climb a little bit. Oh yeah, we actually have... Ah, nuts. Hate wasting ancient arrows. It's like wasting ice arrows, only worse. It's funny, ever since I did my ancient core video, I've been getting really good ancient core drops. Just saying. Let's go ahead and get rid of him. And honestly, I don't know if... yeah... I got full inventory. I'm not going to bother checking on any of this stuff. So Agent Jones is clearly working today because the rain is on point. I haven't seen a long throw yet, so I don't know about Agent Smith because we haven't gotten a weapon pickup yet. Alright guys, that memory is right out here in the open, so I'm going to go ahead and let this Guardian kind of get out of the way so we can do this in peace. Come on, baby. Move along. Move along.
incredible. We're at a point now where we can actually control them. At the current rate, we'll soon know all we need to know about the Guardians and the Divine Beasts. And should Ganon never show itself again, we'll be well positioned to defend ourselves.
What are you doing out here, Zelda?
I was assessing the results of the experiment with the Guardians. These pieces of ancient technology could be quite useful against them.
I know that. They are essential to Hyrule's future, and our research demands that we keep a close eye on them. However, as the princess, you currently have a crucial unfulfilled responsibility to your kingdom. Let me ask you once more, when will you stop treating this as some sort of childish game?
I'm doing everything I can. I'll have you know that I just recently returned from the Spring of Courage, where I offered every ounce of my prayers to the goddess.
And now you are here wasting your time. You need to be dedicating every moment you have to your training. You must be single-minded in unlocking the power that will seal Calamity Ganon away.
I already am. Don't you see? There's nothing more I can do. My hope is that you'll allow me to contribute here in whatever way I can.
No more excuses, Zelda. Stop running away from your duty. As the king, I forbid you to have anything to do with these machines from this moment on. I command you to focus on your training. Do you know how the gossip bongers refer to you? They are out there at this moment, whispering amongst themselves that you are the heir to a throne of nothing but failure. It is woven into your destiny that you prove them wrong. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Alright guys, so yeah, there's that Silent Princess I was literally just talking about. We can go ahead and get out of here via leave area. Oh, I'm just reading your chat there, Dee Dee, the nursery rhyme. Wanda, you said the same thing. Okay, so the gingerbread man. I guess I had it in my mind the gingerbread man was the guy that cooked the gingerbread. So, like, I thought it was a human that was referring to, but I guess it's a gingerbread person. Okay, a person made of gingerbread. Got it. Now that makes a lot more sense. Running away so he doesn't get eaten. Somehow I've had that wrong in my head for the past 40-ish years of my life. Alright, let's see here. What's next on the hit list? Aha! We've already been here a long time ago. That is up in Akela. And the good thing is I've already got a shrine there. Spring of Power. I'll back out just to kind of show you where that is. Lily, I just read that. Accidentally wandering into the sting. Yeah, I've done that a few times. It's like you walk in there just to see if there's like loot, and then all of a sudden you're doing a Ganon fight. So yeah, it's a great time. So, Ari, yeah, I'm just reading your chat there about, you know, human nature. I get what you're saying. Again, in my mind, it was a toy, not anything that was actually going to hurt anyone. But I get it, you know, some people take things out of context, and that probably wouldn't be a good thing to do. So, I mean, of course, I'm never actually going to do that. It was just supposed to be a funny. So apologies if I got anybody's anxiety up there about hurting other people. I don't condone that in any way, shape, or form. Just to re-clarify, it's not a painful thing, it's more of a tickling device. But again, we're not doing that anyway, so moving on from that, hopefully. Mentioned long throw. I know, right, Marigold? I am probably doomed now. If Agent Smith was on a coffee break or a water fountain break, I'm probably doomed. There's gonna be long throw everywhere. I know, right, Dee Dee? Like, the king was no joke, man. Like, when you said lighten up there, like, poor Zelda. She was getting the business. Dee Dee, you said gingerbread cookie come to life. I'm gonna have to go back and, like, re-listen to or re-watch that nursery rhyme or something. I don't really know. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I've had it wrong in my head all these years. I'm going to have to refresh my childhood nursery rhyme knowledge base on that. I guess all the movies since then that have referenced that have kind of like skewed it for me. Like the Shrek movie comes to mind. I don't know. It's been used in so many different things. Like, I need to get back to the roots. Marigold, you asked what movie is it where the gingerbread man walks with a cane? Because his leg got bit off. I think that's one of the Shreks. But again, it's been used so many different times that might not even be it. But I thought they did a real funny thing there in Shrek with that whole thing. It is Shrek. Okay, gotcha. Awesome.
I come seeking help regarding this power that has been handed down over time. Prayer will awaken my power to seal Ganon away. Or so I've been told all my life. And yet, Grandmother heard them, the voices from the spirit realm, and Mother said her own power would develop within me. But I don't hear or feel anything. Father has told me time and time again, he always says, quit wasting your time playing at being a scholar. Curse you. I've spent every day of my life dedicated to praying. I've pleaded to the spirits tied to the ancient gods. And still the holy powers have proven deaf to my devotion. Please, just tell me. What is it? What's wrong with me?
Alright. Yeah, that was one of the more sad ones. So let's see what's next. Well, we're getting there. Got 3 left and then the bonus. Aha, this one. So this is one of my favorites. It's right by Gold Rush Mountain over here. Satori Mountain. Sanidi Park Ruins, give or take. I probably butchered the pronunciation there, but yeah, that's where we're heading. And I guess Gold Rush Mountain is probably going to be the quickest way for me to get over there. Arkazol, hey, welcome, welcome. Yo! Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm glad I was on today. I almost had to cancel today. But yeah, give it one more try there, and it fired up. So I went with it, and it's been working great. We've had a good strong stream all day. So yeah, definitely glad I was able to get on. Trying to multitask here. I'm doing a pretty good job. Alright, memory should be up here, actually right by the statue. Booyah.
Be sure to take the time to soothe your mount. That's the only way it will know how you truly feel. Your advice was quite helpful, thank you. And this little one and I are getting along quite well now. At first, I wasn't sure if I should outfit him with all of the royal gear. I thought maybe he should have to earn it first. But it works. He wears it like a true natural. I'm trying to be a bit more empathetic. Benefit of the doubt, you know? See that mountain? That's Mount Lanayru. It takes its name from the goddess of wisdom. Lanayru's decree is very specific. It says no one is allowed under the age of 17. For only the wise are permitted a place upon the mountain. I've prayed at the spring of courage and at the spring of power, yet neither awoke anything inside me. But maybe up there. Perhaps the spring of wisdom, the final of the three, will be the one. To be honest, I have no real reason to think that will be the case. But there's always the chance that the next moment will change everything. Tomorrow is my 17th birthday. So then I shall go and make my way up the mountain.
So one of the Shrek movies, yeah, I remember that, and it was like the stitches, like his repaired leg. I think it was like icing or something that held his his piece back on, if that was the Shrek movie I'm thinking of. It was really well done. It was really funny. Is that a beetle? Of course it's a beetle. I don't need it. I don't want it, but it's there. And that makes me wonder, are there other beetles? My shiny mind wants to know, and there is. Check that out. And I missed him. The one that got away. Alright, what's next? 2 left. Aha. Okay, this one's actually right by Kakariko Village. So we have a little ways to go for this one, but it's not terribly far. Right at the end of the road here, give or take. Now be aware there's a Lionel and a Hinox here. But the Lionel is roaming around, so he's probably going to be your bigger threat here. Excuse me. I don't know if that's going to speed things up, but I'm going to give it a go here because I'm lower on the stam. Whoops. I got used to TOTK being able to, like, glide into the waterfall from anywhere, and you'd be able to catch it. Here in BotW, you actually have to swim into it. I'm still getting used to that. I don't know, maybe when I get over 100 hours or so, it'll finally start sinking in. And there's our dragon right on cue. Such a pretty dragon too. I love the blues that they chose for this. The way it glows. Definitely fits like an icy or a ocean even type of theme with the colors there. Alright guys, I'm just going to wait for him to pass because I don't want to get ice blocked out of the sky and fall to my crushing death. So I will wait for him to peacefully glide by, live and let live. Although I kind of feel like I should take the opportunity to get the horn. Cool music, too. You always know when the dragon is around. Alright, so that Lionel, you can probably see him from here. Oh, yeah. And he's a silver in my game. But he starts out as a red, so depending on where your KO credit is, that could be a different Lionel, but a Lionel nonetheless. The good thing for us is I think the memory is back here behind the gate. How far back, I don't really remember. Okay, right there. Not far off from where I put my pen.
Well, don't keep us in suspense. How'd everything go up there on the mountain?
So you didn't feel anything? No power at all?
I'm sorry, no.
Then let's move on. You've done all you could. Feeling sorry for yourself won't be of any help. After all, it's not like your last shot was up there on Mount Linearu. Anything could finally spark the power to seal Ganon away. We just have to keep looking for that thing.
That's kind of you. Thank you.
If I may, I thought you... well, I'm not sure how to put this into words. I'm actually quite embarrassed to say it. But I was thinking about what I do when I'm healing. You know, what usually goes through my mind. It helps when I think about...
It's here.
This is it then.
Are you sure?
Positive.
It's awake. Ganon.
Let's stop wasting time. We're gonna need everything we got to take that thing down. Now, champions, to your divine beasts, show that swirling swine who's boss. Link will need to meet Ganon head-on when we attack. This needs to be a unified assault. Little guy, you get to Hyrule Castle. You can count on us for support, but it's up to you to pound Ganon into oblivion.
Come, we should go. We need to get you someplace safe.
No. I'm not a child anymore. I may not be much use on the battlefield. But there must be something I can do to help.
Atlantis, I just read that. 1,000 hours is a charm. I know, right? Like, it might take that long for me to get it. And then when I get back to TOTK, I'll have it right for BOTW, and then I'll have to go through it all over again. Story of my life. Alright, what is this? Okay, yep. This one is right by the wetland stable, I believe. If that's what that's called. Yep, wetland stable. And it's right across the river from there. I don't know exactly... I think it's in the thick of these trees down here. That'll get me close. Arcazol, you won't type in chat because you're playing with your friend. Yeah, awesome. Glad to have you either way. I've been kind of wondering, you know, speaking of friends and multiplayer game type stuff, so I don't know if they'll ever have like a Nintendo Online where people get into this world together. You know, it probably wouldn't be the straight up BOTW or TOTK storylines per se, but just things people could do co-op, you know, like set up different bad boy nests around the land, you know, have different events, and I don't know, I think that would be a real fun open world type online deal. Again, I don't think there's anything like that in the works, but that would be a real fun thing, I would think. Folks could get into the world here together and just kind of do things co-op. Alright, I don't know why I'm running around in circles right now. I guess because it's me, and I just can't help myself. Get to the other side of the river. And yeah, we gotta go that way. Lord of the Mountain is in the house. Wow, these things are just on it. did not kill him that time. That's right, I had the barbarian armor on before. That makes a difference. Ouch. And if you stay on the walking trail here, the walking path, you'll run into it. Wow. What have I done to anger the locals? Ouch! My nugget! They're everywhere! They're in the trees! Like literally in the trees. Alright, are we good? Somebody asked a long time ago if KO credit has anything to do with spawn rates of things like the Yiga, the stall monsters that pop up. I don't know if it's KO credit or just game advancement, like maybe doing Divine Beasts, you know, along the way does it, but I do notice later game versus earlier game, the rates are seemingly higher. You know, I've never actually scientifically tested that, but wow, yeah, I just remember, you know, it's a pretty common theme here in my playthroughs.
How did it come to this? The divine beasts, the guardians, they've all turned against us. It was Calamity Ganon. It turned them all against us. And everyone, Mifa, Urbosa, Rivali and Daruk, they're all trapped inside those things. It's all my fault. Our only hope for defeating Ganon is lost, all because I couldn't harness this cursed power. Everything I've done up until now, it was all for nothing. So I really am just a failure. All my friends, the entire kingdom, my father most of all. I tried and I failed. I left them all to die.
Alright guys, that's it. All 12 knocked out of the park. Again, there's that one more bonus. And that one was tough to find. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that here. But before we get that unlocked, we got to do one little milk run. That's going back to good old Kakariko Village. Hey, Junior 2K, welcome, welcome. Ah, so you got that amiibo. I think that's the Twilight Princess amiibo. The wolf? Yeah, nice. That was a lot of fun. Atlanta, spoiler alert. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, Marigold, first playthrough. I did definitely get teary-eyed watching that. It was just horrific. Alright, so yeah, good old Impa. And the 13th memory, I think, is a picture in here. Okay, so now we got the Champion's Tunic. You didn't have to do all 12 memories to get that. Basically, you could have gone and done one memory, come back and, you know, let her know about that. She would have given you that tunic. So we could have got that a long time ago. I don't really use it because it negates set bonuses, but it is quite tanky on the armor, and it does allow you to see health of enemies. So, you know, it's got its bonuses. But again, I just didn't like the fact that it negated set bonuses. So guys, this is the photograph that we had to go by. You know, feel free to take a picture of that bad boy. You know, just in case you want a better point of reference there as to where that is. But I'll show you exactly on the map where we're heading here. Whoops. And that is going to be right by Dueling Peaks. It's actually not far from our current location, ironically. And I think it's around one of these puddles of water. Now, I can't remember exactly which one, but if memory serves, it's right around here. I think that'll get us close. Atlantis, you're asking what amiibo would that be? Now, don't quote me. You might want to Google this because, you know, I don't want to send somebody off to the store to spend their money and then it not be the right one. But I think it's the Twilight Princess Wolf Link amiibo. I think. And then, yeah, you can scan that. Now, it's not always... Actually, I think that isn't always spawner. It's kind of like the Epona horse. But again, don't quote me. You might want to Google that just to make sure, you know, you're getting the right thing. But yeah, I don't really play with it. I mean, I played with it when I got it. And I was like, oh, this is cool. You know, it's different. It's fun. And it just kind of wore out and I just didn't use it again. Might as well get the horse since I'm here at the stable. The Thunder. I'm gonna have to deal with some bad boy trouble here. That feels like gross overkill. And he's about to tag me. Yikes! Go away! I'm trying to do all this while, like, saving my horse. He was steadfast in his determination to hold his ground. Alright, so again, guys, I'm not 100% sure exact location here. Should be right around here somewhere. It might be out there in the water a little ways. Wonder what's in there. Well, maybe Agent Smith took the day off because they just got attack power up. Alright, where you at, Poppy? Nah, this doesn't feel right. It might be one of these others. There you go. Alright, so again, kind of tough to find. I was just on the wrong side of the lake there. I think I pinned this area when I should have pinned this area. So just to show you a more accurate map spot there of where to find that 13th and final memory.
Link, save yourself. Go. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. Run. Was that the power? Huh? No, no! Link, get up! You're going to be just fine. The sword. So he can still be saved.
Princess! Princess, are you all right?
Take Link to the Shrine of Resurrection. If you don't get him there immediately, we are going to lose him forever. Is that clear? So make haste and go. His life is now in your hands. Link, you have recovered all of your memories of us from 100 years ago. I am here, inside Hyrule Castle. It is now time for you to defeat Ganon.
Alright. Let's see where we're at. I always get confused here how to find those. There we go. Yeah, see? It's not coming to me now what that is. Maybe I'll have to Google number 18 here real quick and... You know, that might have something to do with the Ganon fight. I'll come back on screen here with you and run a quick Google search. So let's see here. Number 18. Oh, that's right. It's a Master Sword cutscene. Okay, I haven't done that yet. So actually, since I've got the heart containers, you know, and we're on the subject of cutscenes, I will go ahead and do that right now. So thanks to Google AI for giving me a quick answer to that. But before I go over there, I'll catch up on a little bit of chat. Let's see here. Karak Forest, way out of the way. Unless you've already got a travel gate. Hey, Link Mario, what's up? Welcome, welcome. Never too late. Okay, so Junior 2K,
scale is now ready.
you're saying it is the Wolf Link. Gotcha. Ah, that's cool, Atlantis. A video game globe. All the different open world maps. Interesting. Oh, Atlantis, you're asking what's the amiibo? They're these little like plastic figurines you can buy, and they have some kind of a computer chip inside them, and when you tap it to your Wii remote, wow, what year is this? When you tap it to your controller, I think it works on Wii U, and I think it works on Switch. I haven't played with them on Switch 2 yet. But it gives you, you know, just a little bit of loot. It might give you some kind of a special thing, like Epona might come with one of them. You might get, like, the Dusk Bow, or whatever they call that, the Twilight Bow. Depending on which amiibo you run. It might be a super suit. I think one of them gives you, like, the Deity set. So yeah, it just depends on which amiibo you go after. But once a day you can run those and check like what kind of goods you get from them. They're randomized. You're not always going to get what you want when you run that thing. And yeah, I keep meaning to do a stream on that, running the amiibos. Yeah, it's not going to work on a 360 controller. It's got to be the legit, no kidding, Nintendo hardware. Unless there's a workaround for that, I don't know. I'm not real savvy with things like that. So Aria, I was just reading your chat there about those amiibo cards. So I don't know the legalities on this. Now, you know, me being an unsuspecting consumer, you know, I went to some online store and I just looked up Nintendo amiibos. And, you know, some came up as figurines, some came up as cards. Well, the cards were cheaper, so I bought the cards. But I don't know if those are strictly speaking legal, so, you know, buyer beware. The Switch 2 has a built-in mechanism to where if you try to do anything pirated on it, it, like, shuts the thing down. You can't use it anymore. So, personally, I'm afraid to run those amiibo cards, because, again, I don't know. You know, I didn't buy it from a brick-and-mortar store, and it didn't say Nintendo on the package. So, again, buyer beware. You know, I may have done something wrong there in purchasing those. Now, it was from a reputable website. But again, not knowing the legalities, I'd probably better throw that out there about those cards. I bought them, I used them on the Switch 1, but I'm afraid to use them on the Switch 2, and I'll leave it at that. But yeah, you're right about that, Aria. Like, you can get just all sorts of different kinds of stuff. And I've got a lot of them. See, I really need to do that amiibo stream someday. I'll do it on the Switch 1 just to play it safe. But, yeah, it's definitely a fun thing to do. especially early game. Like, talk about a little bit of an advantage early game right on the Great Plateau there. As soon as you do Magnesis Train, you can start running those things. Weapons are pretty good. The ingredient drops, I was able to cook. So yeah, definitely enjoyed those amiibos. Arcazil, I can play bingo now! Oh, thank you so much, Arcazil. You know, it's funny, I get that a lot. YouTube is a tough nut to crack. You know, it's funny, just with all this technical stuff I've been doing lately, I decided to just blindly go to a fresh YouTube page where nobody was logged in on a fresh device, and I just went to youtube.com on a browser, and I typed in Star Wars Outlaws gameplay. The first many pages that I scrolled through, very strong channels. You know, tens and hundreds of thousands of views, videos coming up. So, you know, then you have to go down, like, I don't know, 10 pages or something to start seeing, you know, a smaller channel and a lower video count. I finally found one that was only like 150 views. I clicked on it to watch it, to support the channel. But it's just the way YouTube does. Again, it's a very tough nut to crack. It's just the way YouTube prioritizes. So they basically prioritize the stronger channels and the stronger video views because they assume they have stronger chances of getting clicked on. Which kind of artificially inflates those channels because, of course, you know, if somebody's sitting there scrolling forever and that's all they see, that they're going to click on one of those. So I just kind of wish, you know, YouTube would do a better job of checkerboarding, you know, the weaker channels in to those search results. Just the way it does. Nothing, you know, I can do to change that, unfortunately. Just keep trucking along here with doing our normal thing. But I do appreciate the sentiment there. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm glad I can brighten your day for sure. That's part of why I do this, so we can all kind of just come together, you know, share the joy in a video game, and just kind of let our hair down a little bit and relax, kick our feet up. I did not know that, Link Mario, about the black horse there on that wolf deal. That's interesting. Oh, speaking of Link Mario, I just got to tell y'all, so I finally went to Link Mario's page because I never got the notification. You know, we were just talking about that earlier today, about notifications. You know, because Halloween is coming up, and we talked a bit ago about costume items. So Link Mario did post his Hylian pants, I think they were. Correct me if I've got that wrong. On his posts or community page. On his YouTube there. So yeah, definitely very cool. Well done. Favorite spirit in TOTK? BOTW. Yeah, probably Tulin and Rivali. You know, I like heavily rely on those for just all things in both games. And it's funny, when I'm playing BOTW, I miss Tulin. When I'm playing TOTK, I miss Rivali. So, yeah. So yeah, your Bosa, I think they give you the Thunder Helm with that one. You know, I'm probably mistaken on that. It's been a while since I've ran those amiibos. Just Marigold, I was just reading your comment there about the Urbosa amiibo. Desert hot or other hot? Clarification. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and put a bookmark in here. I'll go ahead and get myself out of the way here one more time for this final deal. See you later, alligator. And then we will, yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap this one up. So this isn't technically one of the memories as far as like the Sheikah Slate hunting goes. It just happens to be the last one in my playthrough that I haven't done yet. So yeah, I just want to close them all out. And I know this is something that we need to do anyway, is, you know, get storyline stuff going later on. Now you need a minimum of 13 solid red heart containers in order to pull this puppy out. So, you know, that's almost one full row there.
Your master will come for you. Until then, you shall rest safely here. Although the slumber of restoration will most certainly deprive him of his memories, please trust me when I say that I know he will arrive before you yet again.
If I may be so bold, what is it that you are planning to do next, Princess?
The Master Sword. I heard it speak to me. It seems that my role is unfinished. There is still something I must do.
I sense there is great strength in your dedication.
Great Deku-Tree, I ask of you, when he returns, can you please relay this message? Tell him
Now then, words intended for him would sound much better in the tones of your voice, don't you think?
Yes.
What you just saw happened where you stand 100 years ago. After you were separated from the sword, the princess thought to bring it here, where she knew that it would be safe under my watch. She continues to fight,
trapped deep within the confines of Hyrule Castle. Her heart cascades with faith that you will return. She has a smile like the sun. I would do much to feel its warmth upon me once again.
Alright guys, that's it. Kind of funny, you know, making connections. I'd kind of forgotten Zelda was the one responsible for getting Link his sword. All nice and, you know, neatly repaired in both games. She used the dragon to do that in TOTK, of course, but same idea. Yeah, very cool indeed. I like the parallel there. So that's it, guys. That's Cutscene City here. I'll get back on and we'll go ahead and wrap this puppy up. And Dee Dee, you said goodbye. Yeah, I hope I didn't miss you there, but just in case I did, hope you have a good weekend. Toodles. Yeah, Arkazol, you're right about that. So I gave the games a lot of credit for, you know, getting the cutscenes right. I really thoroughly enjoyed that. Sad as some of them may be, you know, they were really well done. And TOTK, it gave you even more of that. So, yeah, just gotta give Nintendo credit for doing those right in both games. Oh, guys, yeah, I see you're asking about the... Yeah, I don't know how to do that, Link Mario. I don't know if it'll let you even do that here in comments or in live chat. But what I can do is after I cut stream here, that'll go over to a recorded version of the stream in my live tab. And I will link that. So in case folks are interested in checking out your Hylian Panzer, I think is what they were, they'll be able to do that pretty easily. Arkazol, it's the end, the worst bit. I know. All good things must come to an end. We're not quite done with the game yet, though. I don't know what I'm going to do the rest of the weekend here. You know, I'm trying to think of stuff to do as far as, like, the bulk of the game. I've hit all the shrines. Now we've got all the memories done. You know, I mean, I could just go around and do some fun stuff regionally, but I feel like that's just, you know, kind of dragging things out. One thing that I did want to do, somebody had emailed me, I think this was Mike B, again, forgive me if I have that wrong, but kind of gave me a real fun idea to just go around and just do some random, like, bad boy nests. You know, some of my favorite little hunting spots or whatever. Of course, you guys already know my Lionels and my Hunox and all that big stuff, but it's the regular bad boy nests. I think that would be a lot of fun. So, you know, one of these days I will do that. Will that be before or after the Ganon fight? I don't really know yet, but, you know, 3 or 4 bad boy nests are coming right to mind that are just a lot of fun. So, yeah, you know, that'll be a day. It'll just be a fun, free-flowing, kind of impromptu type of deal. And then, like, as far as the actual game goes, I think that's it. Unless you guys have any other requests or thoughts. So, you know, maybe we can close out the non-DLC side of the game this weekend. We can just go around and do some fun bad boy nesting tomorrow. And then Sunday can be, you know, the Ganon fight. And then maybe, you know, the next few weekends after this weekend, we can do the DLC stuff. You know, I'll go around and do all the challenges. The Great Plateau is a fun challenge. That'll be a full stream in and of itself. There's a lot to that with all the shrines, you know, doing all the little bad boy nests on that. Then, of course, there's the Divine Beast under the deal. That'll be its own thing. I'm pretty sure each region will be its own thing. Every region is going to have 3 new shrines. that we have to trade in to do the Divine Beast challenge again, the Blight Ganon. So that'll be another 4 streams. So yeah, there's quite a few more streams to come here in BOTW, now that I'm really looking at it. Alright, I'll get back to you guys on that. I'm going to try to figure out if I just want to do the Ganon fight tomorrow to, again, you know, just trying to keep the non-DLC users in the forefront. And then maybe Sunday will be just the kind of like free roaming random bad boyness type of party. We'll call it the post-Ganon party. And then we can start doing DLC stuff next weekend. Oh, one away from bingo, Wanda. I wonder what the word was. Yeah, Karoks and stuff can be a part of that. You know, just whatever happens to be around the bad boy nest there. I'll get shiny rocked and I'll go off and do all that fun stuff too. The Krok seeds that I don't need will continue to flow. Yeah, Sword Trials, that's another part of the DLC deal. Yeah, that's going to be a big series. You know, if I can get through it right away, that might just be a day or two. We'll have to see how it goes. Snicker Fritz was the missing word. Yeah, I guess I haven't said that today. Snicker Fritz. That one comes out pretty randomly. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and call this one good. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Definitely enjoyed it, as always, and I hope you guys did as well. If you wouldn't mind taking a moment to like, share, subscribe, comment. I always appreciate those things. And until the next time, best of luck and happy hunting. Just on a side note here, guys. You know, I'm learning as I go with technology, just with interactions and stuff. I do learn, you know, as I go. So I do, again, just one more time, wanted to apologize if anything was taken out of context earlier with that whole shock thing. I wasn't real clear there in the beginning what I was talking about exactly, but either way, you're right. You know, it's just not anything I'll ever do anyway, but it's one of those things that can easily be taken out of context. So again, just wanted to one last time apologize there for that in case I'd offended anybody or got anybody's anxiety kind of squeamish. Yeah, I definitely don't condone inflicting pain on anyone. No, that is not okay in any form. So yeah, again, that's not what was intended with that. I was referring to a toy, but I don't think I was very clear about that. So again, it's not going to happen anyway. Just wanted to throw that out there, that I do apologize if that came out wrong. So anyway, yeah, with that, I'll go ahead and bid you all farewell and hope you all